Yeah, let's get a speedrun happening, shall we? So, we'll reset this. And 3, 2, 1, start. Cool. Yeah, it looks like OBS has improved as well, so
A nine-tailed
that's
fox
good.
suddenly appeared. Its tail lashed out.
Yeah, it's in the green, so that's good.
Listen, Naruto, what's wrong with you? Just leave me alone. Naruto, he wants you to be. I understand. What? Yep. Yes, I'll meet you there.
Cool beans. Every time I like cycle through dialogue in this game, I always try to imagine how that would be like if it were present in Earth 6. How you can skip it, but you have to like go through the next piece of dialogue. I guess in a way it would kind of be like NPC dialogue, but with voices, and it wouldn't have a delay. I'm trying to imagine main characters having dialogue like that. Hey, I did the strat. That's good. I don't know why, but that's sometimes really easy to do and really hard to do. It's kind of like an on and off thing. Okay, 2 strats out of 3 done. And yeah, of course, that third one always never works. Still not bad. Not bad at all. By the way, how's the game audio? Is it too quiet? Perfectly fine as is.
All right. Bring Naruto here at once, sir.
Ah. It's times like these, unfortunately, we can't really compare anything here. Because, like, there's nothing to really go fast with in terms of time. Okay, that was a little slow. Nice.
Is that a Naruto? Yeah, he's amazing. Naruto. Well, you can open your eyes now.
Not bad. Definitely could have been faster with the Shadow Clone tutorial. Because I messed up once and then I got a bit distracted by that. But finally, we're at the point where we can show off some new strats, which will probably give us a little bit of time save for that reason.
If you want. When you. As soon as. That's all.
Yes. No. And I got the grip. Could have been fast, but oh well.
I'm sorry.
Once again, I bloody forgot to look at the coins,
I don't have time.
the coins video, to see which is like a faster route to take. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. Calm down, game. And once again, I missed that goddamn coin. What is up with that? It's the second time it's happened now. And I'm messing that up again. Yay. And my coin cycles haven't really been too fast recently. Unfortunately. As long as you turn around, you're fine. Alright. That wasn't too bad. Could have been a lot better though.
You're a life.
Not that that would have really given me much time saved though, to be fair.
That was you. Johnson.
It's a shame that there's like no grinding rails to the academy. Not saying I'd be able to even reach grinding rails without the double jump at this point, but still. Good to know at least it's there in case something can be done. Alright, Shadow Clone training. Cool if you could just skip this, go to right into the Konohamaru searching. Oof. You either have the touch or you don't. Very on and off that way when it comes to the Jitsu training. Mainly because of the delays. Because you have to kind of like know when the animation is ready for it. Interesting route. I'm trying to think if you could get like a faster route to get to Konohamaru, that would be cool. But unfortunately, what I'm thinking of, you need the double jump for, which even then, the route you'd take is probably going to be slower to like get there and then to go back after you've hit the rail. Hey, I got it.
Whoa! You found me! My disguise was... It looks like the rumors is we are good! Huh? That's right! Yo, man, you mean a... No, I need a new... Look, you can blab on. What's hard? That's two things! Alright, I'm ready! Okay!
I can see you can move. Don't know about jumping, but yeah, you can slightly move. I don't know if it's me, but I feel like my frames of gameplay have been a bit choppy. Maybe it's because I left it on a lot. I mean, I did quit out of the game, so I should reset everything, but... Okay. Okay, good, that was fast. You see what I mean? You can kind of like get close, but not enough to do it right then and there.
I've been ignored, so you better make for lots of sweating.
It's a bit slow on the dialogue cycling, but
Buzz off. Your new squad leader.
yeah, it could have been faster with the turnaround. This is pretty much what the run is for like the first hour. Unfortunately. Like, yeah, if we could find a way to like glitch the game or skip stuff to like get access to abilities early. Hell, if it was just the sprint and not, not anything else, then yeah, that would definitely change the outcome a lot. I don't know how much by specifically, but I know it would be a lot. I think it would easily cut down about 15 to maybe 30 minutes. Anything higher, I wouldn't really know, but considering you have to do a lot of like exploration for like the first half of the game, yeah, add like a sprint to that, and you'd be able to cut it down to more than half done. Ah, shit, I took the slow route that time. See, my instinct is to go to the normal routes. Yeah. We still get the faster route this time around. Not that this really saves a lot of time, but this will probably put me back to how I was before I did that time loss strat. Which kind of bugged me that there's like no music here. Like, was this done on purpose, or did it glitch? I don't know, I'm just curious, that's for sure. Hopefully we don't get Bandit. I know I'm like mentioning this way too early, but I've said it many times, but the Bandit that you don't need to fight is pretty much what kills the run. Because it's like, you don't need to do the Bandit, but for right now it's like it randomly appears. I feel like it is a consistent thing, like there's a specific pattern or an order to how you play the game for it to trigger. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like to me.
Now, before, first of all, oh by.
What? No.
This will be fun.
Well,
am getting better at the combat system.
I guess. Now?
What?
I'll give you. Oh.
Like I'm starting to kind of get the feel for how their RNG works, like what kind of moves they usually use. What you can kind of expect how to avoid and dodge certain attacks that just their character would use.
Such a. Oh.
Oof.
Stop.
No chance against the future Hokage.
Give or take. I still have yet to get a 3 perfect cycle.
Well, and those I, you, yeah, in those the true purpose. You wanna? You three up.
Cool. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the day for someone, even if it's not me, to get like a perfect, where there's like no health loss. Sakura, Sasuke, or Kakashi. That goes for substitution, because technically you pretty much can get a perfect if you use the substitution, but you have to be like frame perfect to when you get hit. But I don't know, I'd like to see it without substitution, because at least that way it's like you haven't actually taken damage at all. You didn't need to use a substitution, because you were ahead of time. You knew what it was going to do. Sorry for dead chat. So cool. Well, how about you then? How far are you up to in both Rise of a Ninja in terms of gameplay and the Naruto series? Because I mean, you're still watching that, aren't you? So I think last time I heard you were gonna tackle that. You were like up to the first few episodes.
I would like for you to.
That was pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely a time save, that one.
Get out
I was watching the show. No one in the go fine.
Come on, first try. Yes! Let's go. Cool. Oh, really? Shit. No games? Rah. I mean, I've lived like that before, but it's kind of boring. I don't know, you might be different, but yeah, I just can't get into it.
The road ends here.
I guess unless you're like doing sports, you're kind of a sports person, you're just doing that. Oh crap! I just realized I didn't bloody. I'm not focusing. I didn't buy the what's it called? The upgrade, the strength thing. God damn it. Yeah, I didn't buy the strength upgrade. Still not really sure how much of a difference that would be in terms of time save or time loss. It could be time save, because really the battles don't really change all too much, but still, it could change enough.
No chance against the future Hokage!
I hope everything's alright. But, yeah, you know how that feels. I guess sometimes if, you know, drama is going down, sometimes the easiest thing to do is to, like, watch stuff or play stuff, you know, just to kind of take your mind off things. I mean, that's just me. But, yeah.
Believe it!
Yeah, wow.
Hey, that's mine.
Ha ha!
Should I take the teleporter back? Nah, I won't. Now is like the most crucial time to not use teleporters since I don't have the strength upgrade actually. Cool.
You won't get up.
Oh really? Damn. No teleporting. See what I mean? Like my natural instinct is to like do the normal strats, the normal routes. Which in a way I guess is kinda good, but not if there's faster routes now. Damn. There's school for a month? Welcome to my world. Except times that month by 12 months. Now 14. I don't know how I can do that. It's the point that he like doesn't grip onto it, because I know that that can be done, but how it is I'll never know.
You should go report. You can be sure.
Yeah. I never really cared so much about having like a 4K screen, but conveniently I actually have my iPhone that has like a 4K screen, so I'm actually perfectly fine with that. It's not too big, not too small, and it's 4K, so I'm perfectly fine with that.
It seems though that Bandit was all back when.
Because, like, I don't know what it is, but I've never really been too fussed with how big the TV is in general. As long as it has, like, no delay, then it's perfectly fine.
Go play somewhere else, kid.
I guess that's the problem with some of these like 4K TVs. They like look amazing, but they have delays. Delays that kind of, kill it. Oh, that's what I was gonna record. Now I remember, because I just did it just then. Oof. I might write that down actually, so I know what to record. Hopefully I haven't lost that that save. No, I wouldn't have, because I don't need to save manually in Speedrun. Yeah, at least now I know what to come back to for actual Speedrun comparisons. It's a shame that you can't upgrade your strength and all your training jank from the Hokage, because that would be great. I wouldn't have to like bloody travel if I failed to get strength upgrades.
Shadow Clone Jutsu!
That was close. Yeah, that's understandable. I guess only time helps. Okay, that was close.
That's it.
Shut up! Not you!
I like how Naruto just casually says, "Shut up, Sasuke." What the hell? Why the hell did he not fight back? Like, actually, I didn't want to speak too soon because I had a feeling he was going to start fighting back on, like, the last bit of health, but he didn't even do it then. I'd act totally stuff-lapped him.
So, was anyone?
I was busy.
Well, hey! Naruto!
Uh-huh.
I love the way...
Alright, here's hoping that we don't trigger the bandit. Yeah, all goes well. I knew that was gonna happen.
Shadow Clone Jutsu!
Yes, no bandit, let's go. We've got to run, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to run. Because I usually, like, kill the run pretty much if I intercept the bandit right there. Because, again, it's like RNG.
Shadow Clone Jutsu!
And I feel like it's not, but at the moment, it's pretty much that. Because we've found no consistency to why it happens, what triggers it, what doesn't trigger it.
Hey, thanks to you kids. I don't think it's... Shh! Hey! Don't...
So that's not a bad idea if I got a grinding route back there. Gotcha. Nice.
I won! All right. Wait, wasn't that treasure? But I bet it's something...
Alright. once again. Gonna free run back to the village. So how's this gonna work? I run all the way back to the scroll shop door. Then I go to the Hokage, and then after that to Kakashi. Okay. Not too shabby. Yeah, I'm thinking if you could somehow get up to the grinding rails from here to get back to the scroll shop, easily that'd be a definite time save. Let's try and get this with no grips. Yes, we got no grips, let's go. Yeah, I think that's like frame perfect. A pattern to be had.
Oh my. Come on, open it. Wow.
Which, you know, easily, only time will help with that one, but good to know that it is consistent.
What a wonderful. Thanks for all.
Damn, see, like, if only... actually, that's not a bad idea. If I went all the way back... yeah, see, that's the whole purpose of, like, why I would be recording this in the first place, to confirm if taking grinding routes all the way to the gates, if that's faster, versus just, you know, just, like, casually running all the way there. Still, I feel like I have got some time loss
Hello, Naruto.
from not getting my upgrades.
Always important to keep. I think you enjoy. Well, I'm glad. Make sure you've got the
At least I've got everything out.
Hello, Naruto.
Come on.
No,
You know,
really?
huh?
I'm
Really?
no.
Oof.
Son of...
Not, I am not, nothing else.
Apparently you can skip the dialogue here. Which is kind of weird, because this is pretty much how, in the middle of the speedrun, if you talk to Kakashi, the cutscene loads. When you skip the cutscene, you can cancel the conversation even though you're meant to cycle through dialogue. What I don't get is why that same method can't be performed here. Is it really because there's no actual, like, video file cutscene that triggers? Well, maybe it's a loading screen, because apparently there are loading screens behind the video files that are playing. Verse 6, take notes. No, seriously. That's the only thing I can think of. Also, this is a bit of a skip right here. This is supposed to be a bandit that triggers, but we don't want to do that, so... voila. So I guess in some ways it's a skip.
And what I have no, I'm not shadows, but there's an eye. So because
Well, look.
okay, right. The neck.
What was that?
Alright, this is where things get spicy.
It's over. Don't move.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Can we just do that one more time, please? Nah. Boom! Not bad.
I'm not giving up. I've still got this.
Not bad.
Stop. Stop, is it?
Well,
Yeah.
you'll be before we.
Not as bad as the first phase, but still overall really good Zabuza for the most part. Definitely better than my than the last run yesterday. Because I bloody died there. That sucked.
Maybe you.
I'm hoping that might have helped with time save from the time lost that I got from not having those upgrades. We'll see, I guess.
I'm gathering I see.
Yeah, a knit?
You seem those
No way.
like
So I can become a vet.
ah
Hey, you want?
well.
I'm gonna go for it. Yes. Come on, come on, come on. No, I never get that. No, well. All ain't lost yet. 7.
Ah, I'm all wet now. I did it.
Not bad.
Payment?
Mm-hmm.
Some right on.
I feel like the way they deal with that, I guess, no, I wouldn't call it a filler, but the way they deal with, how you meet Haku and how you can't learn chakra concentration just yet, I think that could have been better. That's just me there. Alright, hopefully we get the 3 cycle this time.
All right.
I got it last time, but still, this is ridiculously hard. I love if I did it on the second. Yes! Yeah, you gotta really spam for that one.
Good. You've mastered. Why don't you go get it? Not a basic. Naruto.
Hopefully I don't stuff up like I did the last time.
Yeah.
sometimes you do need to concentrate for these. That was close. Like, I already got time loss from stuffing up that one time, but it's definitely not as bad as it was yesterday. So stuffed up twice, and that basically causes you to go down a branch. Actually, I think no. I actually crashed, which is even worse, because you have to, like, wait an extra animation. I do remember crashing. Hopefully we can get the walk up wall skip. I'm just going to call it the concentration skip. But no, it's basically you skip doing chakra concentration to walk up a wall. Which, I don't know, I don't feel like it's hard, but you just need to like learn the pattern, the timing for it. Here we go. Yes, got it.
Hey, I snuck in here to save you.
Yeah, I gotta kind of improve upon my landing though.
You are
Because like 3 times now I've like landed where I need to, but not on the trigger. Nice. Okay, if I could get a good rage mode, that'd be really great. Because the rage mode is really when the blocks start happening. And by blocks, I mean just jumping out the way. See what I mean? Immediately. That was a shit rage. Oh well. I got 1 hit there, so that's alright. But still, could have been way better. Just always dodging for some reason. The jump. Oh my. Gotcha. That second phase is always a prick. And it makes me want to do exactly this. That actually loaded a lot faster. A lot faster than it normally would. Oh, that's a lot of rewards. Finally, sprint. Now we can finally speed up the game a little bit. A little bit.
No, I need to. What? Hold on, just every one of. Well, you can't. Unicorn. Then
Are you? We're back. Seriously. No. Wait, you have.
Lag.
take care.
Hey.
Bean's cool.
No chance against the future Hokage.
Look,
Bye.
that's an.
Hopefully this goes well.
I won't lose to you.
Nice.
Believe it.
It does all I can. What?
Well, I have.
You.
You gotta be sick.
Well, you will.
That went well. Yeah, I feel like that was a lot faster than I normally would be. Should I upgrade my strength though? Because I don't even know if I have enough. I think I do. Doesn't help to not know. So no, I think I will check.
Welcome back, Naruto. Let's see which of your skills you work.
Cool. Very nice. I love that new strat. Feels fluid and smooth.
The uncut. This is.
That means
You are.
So, from memory, I do have to fight a bandit, because once you go to the land of waves and back, I think, yeah, that does reset the bandit, so I will try to skip this one. Because you can, luckily, with the sprint. And I definitely will be taking the teleporter this time around, compared to how I didn't. That was like a really big time loss, unfortunately. Fuck it, I'm just going to trigger this. Because you can skip this camera, but it kind of sucks the way you have to, the way you do it. Nah. Oh well.
You there!
I guess with my upgraded strength, this will probably, at least it should be faster. Oof. Every time.
no chance against the future Hokage.
Not sure how much time I lost, but Hopefully it's not a lot. Still haven't really got the pattern down for that one, unfortunately. Yes. Skip that one. Still, I have to go back, so hopefully when I do, I don't trigger it. Because when I go back, I have to get herbs. Then when I get the herbs, I have to go back again. So I gotta try skipping that same bandit 3 times. It's ridiculous. Oof. Okay, I get it already. I can skip it now. Can I? No. Seriously, why can I skip half of these cutscenes, but the other half I can't? Actually, that's more like I could skip a quarter of them. Really. Okay. Just trying to not do that. Great!
You're in trouble now.
I noticed I always seem to trigger it when I go backwards, so maybe I should practice for that sometime. Gotcha. That was bad. Why did they always get off? Because that by itself is a bit of time loss, because it's so unnecessary, you know? Doesn't normally happen, shouldn't happen. Ugh. Uh-oh. Whoa. That was close. Nice. At least I don't have to do this anymore.
That's it. Got it. Not.
Well.
Right on.
Just to know that this bandit resets after the cutscene.
All right. Let's teleport jutsu.
Skip that bandit. So this is my last time here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So I don't need to not teleport. Yes! Nice.
Believe it. Hey, where were you? I had a...
Ah. Okay, I had it the other way around. I thought dialogue came after you moved. Alright. I get it. You get it. Nice. At least that was fast. So now what? To the Hokage? Yeah, to the Hokage. Oof.
Wait.
Nice. Ah. Okay, not planned, not planned, not planned, not planned, not planned.
ready.
I'm not.
Yes, I got past the rope. And lag? Yep, lag. Because why not? Didn't do it the first time, but it did it the second time, so why not the third? I don't know why, but that consistently does that too, in that order. It's kind of weird. Uh-oh. Ay, man. Alright.
Itch. Anyway, it will take now. The dates of you also. There are all. That little. Don't.
All right.
Alright. At least I didn't get one that can rage. It's nice RNG for that reason. Nice.
Hey.
Oh, what a jump. I wonder if that's enough to skip the cutscene. Ah, shit, it's not. I want to skip this cutscene. Like, really badly. I just want to see what happens. Can I progress? Can't I progress? Do I need to trigger that? I need to know. Ooh, nice jump. What's that rumbling sound? Sounds like thunder, but more boomy. I think I'm gonna try taking the snake route for this one, because yeah, honestly, this is just, it hasn't been confirmed 100% yet, but I'm positive that this route here is faster. Just looks faster, that's all. Alright, here we go. Ooh, he hit me. Ooh.
Believe it.
It's interesting because that's not really how it happens in the anime. You don't get both scrolls. They get one scroll because that's what they start with, and then they meet up with Orochimaru after, and they get the next scroll. Almost stuffed up.
Well, when this is all over.
One of us will have birth scrolls and the other will be dead. This will be fun. Ooh. I knew he'd rage, but no. Uh-oh. That's not good. Gotcha. That was too close. Take the damage for that. Yeah. Go on, rage, 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 rage. I dare you. There you go. There you go. Haha, I got you this time. Uh-oh. Come on, die already. Backstab. That was actually pretty good.
I see. When your anger is erupting.
So, how does this work again? Do I sprint hop or do I double jump? Because I tried sprint hopping yesterday, and that didn't seem to work all too good. I'll try double jumping, since that seems to be the pattern. Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't know why, but I always thought that sprint hopping was the answer. Delete sucker from this game. Oh, if only.
Not only now you.
Wait, I could verse them? What the frick? Did you see that? Yeah, see, there's a verse icon there. Or was, but... Huh.
Stop babbling and concentrate, Naruto. This isn't the time to talk.
Shut up.
You'd better win that fight if you know what's good for you, Naruto! Naruto! Don't you dare lose!
I don't like her voice. Nowadays.
Person before nature is exact. So now,
Let's do it. Yeah, this will be fun. Couldn't avoid that. him. Damn. Ugh. Look at you go! Look at him go! Whoa, what a madman. Gotcha. Nice. Couldn't have gone better.
Let's see you transform.
This is easily the hardest battle,
As if he's anything
or
like he used
boss battle in our case, since I have to do it for 2 phases. Whew. Coward. Uh-oh. I hate getting hit by that attack. Oh, what a dog, trying to do it while I recover.
Shadow Clone Jutsu!
That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. I cut. No, what? No, you also.
Alright, now is the time for that dialogue skip that I mentioned a few times. You can talk to Kakashi with the limited time you have to explore around here. And that's pretty much what we're going to do now. Oof.
Hello, Naruto.
Because, yeah, since you have access to talking to him, and since this loading screen takes place, when you, I guess, skip it, you can still interact with Kakashi's dialogue.
What do you think you're doing in here, you rat?
It's nothing that complicated. I simply want to kill him, that's all.
You know what?
Just like that. So yeah, that definitely saves a bit of time, even if it's just a little bit. Take the grinding route. Grinding is attack.
Hello. I know I have other...
What? You? Really?
Alright, let's give this a shot. Yeah, I think that is faster. Haven't compared it yet, but it's probable that it is faster. Oh, great. I had a feeling it would fuck with my camera. No, well, too late now. Ah! Game's good a game, I guess.
Are you peeking?
You're all
Well, he shouldn't have.
white,
What?
dirty old.
You mean?
Oh,
Really? 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 What happened next game? Yeah, I didn't think so.
hey, you. Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is the part where the game decides to go slow for whatever reason.
I won't lose to you. Believe it.
Alright, now we begin the water skip.
Not that.
Hold it right. Wait.
Yeah, hopefully this goes well.
Now, walk on water. Oh.
Yes, second try, let's go. Bro, that's like actually fast.
I really.
And then I think I have this unnecessary dialogue, because that was supposed to appear before, I think.
Tell me, I don't have a mission. You've been working.
What?
Naruto.
Fine. But
Go to the lake.
There. Look, I have work. The farmer should be. God, I chased them off.
No!
no.
Game's got a game.
You stop.
You get some semi-slow down. Not as bad as the first time, but still a bit slow. But it seems to be worse here, gotta admit. Gotta admit.
No chance against the future Hokage.
Wish there was a way to somehow cancel it so you can move, because you can do it in like just one point in the game. I don't know why it's just that point and not the rest, but that does confirm you can have it so the game does that, so you can move while the mission update's being played. So yeah, if there's a way to like glitch it, that would be amazing.
promised me. First of all,
Yeah, I don't know how, but if we could somehow do that, that would be amazing. Because, I mean, really, the amount of time save that you'd have, because you're able to move. Mission update doesn't last for too long, but it's still enough to have time save throughout the whole game. Just think about how many times you see a mission update, how many times you don't move. Pretty much the whole game except one area, you know, so imagine being able to move. And this is where the next good time save is. Well, coming up to it anyway. Still gotta do one more battle before that. Uh-oh. Why did my subconscious do that on purpose? Let's see, try to do it again. Alright. This looks like it might be slow too. It's not bad. It is slower than normal, but it's sort of barely noticeable. Nice. How do you get past that coin? Weird. Alright. Yeah, this is where the time save is. Ooh! I like literally just skipped like about 1 or 2 minutes of like gameplay by skipping all these booby traps. Like you can even see some of the traps that were there just before this bandit. What I would have had to have like gone through. This bandit, he doesn't have a rage. Okay, that's not fair.
Future Hokage!
And I will be teleporting to... Cool. Skadoosh. I think I'll take a different route for a change. Hopefully it's faster. It'll be close, that's for sure. There we go. A little different.
yep. Well, shuffle.
Wait,
In here. I don't know.
hey, you said it was precious.
Oh,
Really? Would it?
a detail?
Oh, man.
Okay, now, I need you to go.
And we've got this ninja race, which is by itself is going to be kind of fun. Jump. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
I need to be more careful.
This is definitely up for comparisons too. Oh, it's probably faster going down here. Ah, talk.
You seem a bit
Oh, Dad.
like a boy's.
Oh,
Alright, injuries time. Sick dog.
That was a very good.
huh?
Here you go.
I need some help. You, Dad, you're going back to Lord Turtle's aid? Thank you, young man.
Hey,
That guy sent me back. Oh, and some.
Really?
Oh! Yeah.
Who cares about the...
Looking good. Go play somewhere else. I might want to talk.
Yeah. What is it?
The scroll. Well, I suppose.
Oh,
Should probably get this ready. Alright, hopefully I can skip this animation because it would save a little bit of time.
Oh, no, no.
Man, I gotta really like memorize this. And fast.
I need...
oh, you shut
Alright, here we go.
up! Whoa, let's go!
Come on. Y, B, X, X, Y, X, X, B, X, gotcha. Damn, I missed it. Y, X. Damn it! Gotcha. Yes, please. That would have had to have worked. Yes, it did. Let's go. We skipped it. One more. If he got me, and I would have
If you want
failed.
to succeed at this summoning jutsu, then you must do it like your life depends on it. You need to put your life at risk.
Of course, I always risk my life. There's no point in anything if you don't go all the way.
Summoning jutsu.
Well done, kid.
What's this? Where in the world am I? Ah!
What the? Oh no. I hope that doesn't crash the game. It's an extra layer of sprites I don't need. God damn it. Hopefully it resets or something, I don't know.
Hello, Naruto. So, looking to work on those slips. Oh, you're done with whenever you're ready.
That is known to kind of slow down the game with extra sprites, so hopefully, yeah, that doesn't change anything too drastically. I really don't understand how that appears and why it appears. I wasn't spamming, I didn't fail. I just did what I needed to. So, yeah, hopefully that doesn't mess with the game or whatever.
Bandit.
Nah. Look, I'm losing.
That's what you.
All right.
So this is present in gameplay, isn't it? Yep. God damn it.
There's no escaping fate.
That's not good.
Trigram 64 pounds.
Ah, shit, he got me. Son of a...
50 pounds. 32 pounds. 54 pounds.
Uh-oh. Gotcha. Gotcha. Hopefully that's enough. That was close, I almost died. Okay, come on.
You thought you could be Hokage.
Hopefully sub 147.
It's absurd.
Still got a little bit more to do, but maybe record territory, which would be sub 145. Hoping the time's not too drastic. Hopefully I'm still in the 30s, it probably am. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Holy shit. That last hit there. Ah, that was nerve-wracking, man. It's not over yet. How are we going for time? Oh my god, we're in the 30s. We're in the 30s. Holy shit, that is really good. This is definitely record territory. Whoa. I still got 7 minutes.
Naruto. It's the
Well, actually 6. Ooh, I'm liking where this is going. If I don't stuff up, I should be good. I'm really hoping that that sprite doesn't cause a crash or anything, because that's definitely a bad sign. Because it has, I'm pretty sure it has crashed in the game for the past speedruns. But the problem is to get rid of this, I have to quit out of the game, and that's like a lot of time loss. Whew, with the nerve-wracking. The nerves, they're getting to me, man. Oh, shit. Four minutes. 4 minutes. This could be record.
No, Gara, you can't do this.
As long as I don't stuff up, we're good. Okay, 41. 3 more minutes. That might be enough. And I've got a bloody stitch too. Inui Torisato Hitsuchi. Alright, let's do it. Final phase. This could very well be record. I might... I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon though. It's either going to be really close or I'm going to have like a minute time save. Because I got to admit, this section actually does go for a while. I just hope I don't stuff up on the QTEs. Here we go, come on. Alright, let's do it. Y. X. X. A. B. Come on. We got it. We got it. Just have to get this last one. Y. Record! Let's go. Let's go. Fuck yeah. New world record, boys. Oh. The bloody nerves, man, they got to me. Oh shit, I got a bloody stitch. Wait, how much time? How much time did we save? I think it was like a minute, because I got 44 something in the record.
They saved me from myself and rescued me from my loneliness.
Okay, here we go.
First to accept me for who I am.
World record was 1 hour 44:42. Yo, we slayed by a minute. Let's go. A minute and 20. I'm actually shaking right now. Oh my god. See, that's what I mean though. That just goes to show, just with a little bit of time saves, you can get the record. So imagine with all of the time saves of the whole run, you know? Oh my god. I've been wanting to get that for a while now. Cause like, damn. It's, yeah, I can't remember how many attempts I've done for this, but the last few months I've been trying. And honestly, I wasn't really like trying to go full out for a world record. I was just really trying to get the fast times, and most of all, just testing out the new strats just to see how much of a difference it would give for time saves and whatnot. But no, I'm really glad I got that though. Let's actually go. Oh god, I gotta walk this off. Give me a second, guys. I'll be back. Oh man, I gotta stretch, man, because this stitch. That's what happens if I get nerves. Whew. I don't know. Maybe from now on, I should just not look at the time until I like need to time, you know, because I usually bring it up after the Neji battle. But maybe I should do it after the Gara battle, or even after the Ninetales segment. What now? Good question. Good question. I don't know. Maybe I could do some glitch hunting. I'll have to highlight the stream so I can upload this to YouTube. And eventually to Speedrun. Oh, man. I'd be very curious to see what happens if I go for the record again with all the strats, like, compared. Because, again, I only covered, like, about a quarter of the game from what I compared from what I used to use to what I'm using now. And because of that, what did it give me? It gave me about... yeah, just over a minute of time save. So yeah, imagine what the rest could do. If I were to guess, I'd say probably a sub 140. I don't know about a sub 130, but probably a sub 140. I do actually, but I wouldn't call it cooler because the Naruto banner I had, is that it? No, it's the Naruto 6 one. This is how it looks, if I can bloody find it. Is that it? No, it says Naruto, but it's bloody year 6. No, I do have a banner for Naruto, but it's like, it's not the best. I've got like 3 or 6 banners, what the heck? Is that? No, that's another logger. See if I can actually find it, because I know I've definitely got it. I'm probably going to get a copyright strike, actually, if I let the music play. Because for some reason they don't like this kind of music. Because I think, yeah, this was like composed by someone who was like working on the game. Because pretty much about half of the soundtrack, maybe more, is pretty much all the music from the anime. But the other half or quarter is composed directly for this game. And I forget who the composer was. I think it was like Paul Zimmer, or something like that. And he's a famous composer that's worked on game music, and he did, I think he did like Call of Duty or some kind of game like that. He did the music for that. And I think, yeah, he's basically had it so if any of like his music gets uploaded, even if it's part of the game, you get like a copyright strike. So yeah, I should probably keep that mute. Good thing I'm familiar with the anime, because I can kind of separate the soundtrack from what's from the anime and what's not. Because when I first played this game, I didn't know a thing about what was from the anime and what wasn't. So, damn. I can't actually find this banner. Okay, cool, that's done. Maybe it's under Naruto or something. Actually, maybe it's under border, not banner. Yeah, I can't find it. Either way, it was like it pretty much took up a quarter of the screen. So, pretty spicy. But it had room for, I guess, things like splits and stuff. But, in the meantime, I'm fine with just the logo. Yeah, maybe in the future. Yeah. Anyways. I can't believe that. That was literally like the first try today. The bloody speedrun. I didn't have to do any resets or anything, which usually I do. So, no, that's like actually dirt. Cool.